Perfectly excellent.
Hey, what's going on? I still hear the music. That's weird. I heard the music again. Something's going wrong.
Still? You still hear the music?
Yeah. Hang on. Stand by. Can you
What's
hear me
happening?
now?
Yeah, I've heard you this whole time.
Yeah. StreamYard just kind of freaked out on me.
Apparently StreamYard just sort of freaked out on Alan because he's gone. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Perfectly Excellent. I believe that this is episode number 53 of Perfectly Excellent, which is 3 more than 50, which is 50 more than 1.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
That was super weird. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Like, I ended up in like the bizarro dimension there for a second.
Well, I welcomed everyone in your absence.
You welcomed all the party people?
I didn't say party people, so that you can say that.
What is going on, party people? And welcome to episode 53 of Perfectly Excellent. We are now, we should be getting AARP stuff mailed to us at this point, right?
Yeah, 2 more episodes and we get a discount at the International House of Pancakes.
We should see if we can cash that in, because that's a good discount. I've not been to IHOP in a long time, but I always used to love it.
I did too. I haven't been there. Geez, I haven't been there in years, which is weird because there's one not too far from me, but I haven't been there in a long time.
You know what? I lied. I just lied to you. I lied to everyone right now. We went to IHOP for like a lunch after a thing not too long ago. And
look at you.
I'll have to do something segment just on that because it seemed like a lot of fun. Everything seemed grand, but it took a downhill turn at some point. So I'll tease it up like that. So yes,
every time I've gone to an International House of Pancakes, there's always a vague feeling of depression that just sort of colors the entire restaurant. Even though I really like most of their fun, sweet things.
Yeah, when I walk in there, it's one of those things where I'm afraid they'll be like, "Hey, no cell phones allowed in here. You got to put them in the box." And then we step through a time warp, right? And then like we can never leave, like this Twilight Zone episode. But
I'd be fine with that actually.
They just don't let you just live at IHOP. You end up working there.
As long as I can live there as if it was the 80s or 90s, I don't think I have a problem with that.
Okay, well, it is definitely the 80s or 90s when you go in there. But how's it going? How are you doing today?
It's been a rough week. I've had some minor health issues on top of my regular health issues, and it's been a rough week. I'm a little downtrodden, so I'm gonna hope to try to bring myself back up. Although there is a tale of woe that will probably continue to depress me as we get into it. Okay. But I'm doing my best.
And hopefully we'll talk about some fun stuff. We got our San Diego Comic-Con recap coming up, and we've got to do something. We've got things to talk about, and maybe now playing if we have time.
Yes, I will have to stand up and grab it though, or talk about something else. Yeah, I have 2 options, so it'll be okay.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I forgot to put it right in front of me.
Okay, I don't have that thing in front of me, but I do have some things to talk about. I just came back from a business trip, and I consumed some media, some entertainment.
Oh, so some entertainments.
I can cue the entertainments.
Excellent. Hopefully you can provide some expressions about them at some point.
I have many expressions from that entertainment.
All right. So do you want to just start going into it? Because the plan is we're going to do things a little differently. Usually we start off with an invention exchange. In fact, I'm not positive we've ever done an episode where the first thing we haven't done is an invention exchange, but we're going to sort of retool it a little bit because we got like a mini do something that I did because I didn't want to do a whole episode about it. Okay, but I'm going to push that button.
Yeah, 53 episodes in. I think we can mix things up now.
We can mix things up a little bit. All right, I'm buttoning.
Perfectly excellent.
Do something! Do something! Do something!
Oh, you fell out because you left the room. So now I got to put you back in.
Oh.
All right. So the do something I did was I went to the Toys for the Ages Expo in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, which is about a 3 hour, 45-minute ish
3-hour
ride.
tour.
Yeah. So it was not close, but there were vendors that were going to be there that I have faith in. I'm like, if they're going to be there, it's probably going to be a pretty good show sort of situation.
I like that the scene now. Like, the vendors, you can kind of gauge that. No, I'm proud of you. That's awesome.
I'm trying to learn.
Yeah.
It's just sort of one of those things where I really just wanted to go do something. I wanted to get out of the house, and like I needed something to look forward to. Most of the other shows that are on my radar are until September. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to go. So I hopped in the car. I went by myself. I left the house at like 4:15 in the morning.
Oof.
And I got there in time for the early bird at 8:30. And it was good. I have a tale to tell that I'll tell at the end. That's a little sad and sort of colors my feelings about the show a little bit, but in no way because of the show itself or the people running the show. I want to make that very clear that anything negative that I say is because of the actions of one specific individual and not because of the show. The show was fun.
And what a tease, right? But we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. It was a good show. It was pretty big. I would say probably as big, if not maybe a little bigger than ZoloCon.
Wow.
But like more normal stuff, if that makes sense. Like less of the really weird, like crazy expensive stuff, and not really any of like the modern toy maker type people, but pretty much just vintage stuff for the most part, other than a handful of people that were doing like, some homemade type things. Like someone was crocheting little dudes out of things.
Happens. That's going to happen. Yeah. What did the early bird run you for this one?
$20. And again, I've done early bird a few times now, and it's not even to get first crack at everything. It's just so I can get in early so I can go home. Like when it's far away, it's just easier. Like if I start at 8:30, I can leave a lot earlier than if I start at 10. And because again, if I'm 3:45 away, it's going to take me a while to get home.
No, I totally get it. Your first one there, first one to leave, right?
So, very much.
Yeah.
But it was a cool show. They had things like the normal things. They had a bunch of G.I. Joes. They had He-Man, Star Wars, that sort of thing. They had the Inhumanoids tendril figure that I'm actively looking for. Unfortunately, this one had a broken tail piece. So I don't want that. I want a perfect one.
He looks like he knows his tailpiece is broken. Like he's down about it.
But I when I went walking up to the booth that had this, I was like, ooh, and then I picked it up. I'm like, oh. So
was the price reflective of his broken butt?
I didn't even ask because I don't want a broken one.
Okay.
Even though it displays fine, like I'll know.
You'll know. Your displays are not for others. They're 100% for you. And if it's broken, I know it's gonna bother you.
But they had lots of like the normal cool stuff like that. They did have definitely some higher end stuff.
I don't think I've ever seen this before in my life. This is amazing.
There were 3 of them here.
Do not touch. What was the price tag on this? That's insane.
This one with the box was $1,800. And some of the 2 open ones, one of them didn't have a price on it and I didn't ask. And the other one I think was $700, the open one. I like this guy.
Yeah.
I don't $700 necessarily like him right now, but I like this guy a lot.
Did you know about this? I didn't know there was anything from Clash of the Titans. That's insane.
Yeah, I've had my eye on at least getting the Perseus figure because he's not that expensive, but because I love Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so again, there's some some high end stuff like this, some weird old stuff. Like I love it when there's booths of stuff from like the 50s and 60s, especially. Like look at this Dino and Fred. Like
that's
this is so rad. Yeah. And this was reasonably priced, but it was kind of dirty. I was like, and it's also big. And I'm trying to be careful about big things and my inability to find a home for them. But like, the cool stuff like this, I really dig this sort of thing. They had some garbage cans.
Nice. Hey, before you move on, I did just look up the Clash of the Titans figures, and I most definitely had a Perseus figure. That's like extremely familiar, but that Kraken, wow, that was crazy.
Yeah, I see Perseus all the time, but he never has his weapons. So like I haven't pulled the trigger until I can find one with the weapons.
Yeah. But garbage cans, this is what you're looking for. This is what you're here for.
Yeah.
Especially the Benji one.
Yeah, I'm not in the market to buy any more garbage cans, but I really like looking at this stuff. And that Pac-Man one in the middle, I was really looking for that one until I found like the other one that I bought. So I have a Pac-Man garbage can, and you know, 2 Pac-Man garbage cans in one room is bad luck.
Yeah. What was the risk of infection on these? Were they in good shape?
No, they looked real nice.
Oh, that's great.
Really nice. And there a bunch of people had these sort of things, and lots of the TV trays. I
saw when you shared some pictures of those. Those are tempting, but I don't know what I would do with those.
I like those a lot. Weird stuff.
Okay.
Like, you know, vintage blow mold Halloween Christmas display. Like, I love this sort of thing. Like, I really like walking around. And like, am I in the market for a blow mold Santa? I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not in the market for one, but I'm not actively pursuing one. But I really like looking at this.
Yeah, check back more closer to Christmas, and I'll see. You'll see how it grabs you.
I mean, and you know me for a long time. You know how much I love like the Christmas time, and like especially like the Santa centric stuff. Like I really, really like that kind of stuff.
He is central to Christmas. Yeah.
So I was amazed at how many different weirdo record players were there.
I sing along. Phonographic mic radio. This is wild. Yeah.
So there's Donnie and Marie one, there's the Kiss one, and then there's the He-Man one. And the He-Man one is really, really cool, but it's the thing next to it that really kind of gets me going, because even though I had the Fisher Price tape recorder, the same one that you had, my brother had this He-Man one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we had this in the house. I would use it occasionally.
I'm curious to know if it's back in your house now.
No, it was like the first thing I saw at like 8:38, and I'm like, I gotta walk around. I gotta think about it, because they wanted $300 for it.
Wow.
And they said, but we can talk about the price. And I said, I appreciate that. I'm just doing my first lap, and this is the first row that I'm in. So let me walk around a little bit. Let me think about it. When I did my next lap, I didn't see it. It was either I couldn't find the vendor or it sold. So
I like that approach. We could talk about the price. I'm not necessarily going to lower it, but we could discuss it. We'll see what happens.
So this was something that I definitely had my eye on when I was doing my first lap, and I was like, okay, this might be my big ticket item of the day. So we'll have to see. So this is one of the things that I left behind. I did not.
That got away. Yep.
I could not believe that they had this. This is just completely wild to me. I had this when I was a kid. It's a Tomy ride-on Volkswagen. With the horn that works, the little red seat opens up and you can put stuff inside it. It's like this big. I forgot this thing existed until I walked into this booth and was just like, holy crap. I could not believe that this was a thing. So yeah, really, really rad. I almost bought this. Like, I was really close to buying this. Like, I had the battle with myself. What am I going to do with this?
Yeah, this
what
is a
am I
tough
going
one.
to do with this? It's big.
You definitely cannot ride it. Yes.
No, I can't ride it. It's not big enough to ride, but so I left it. I sort of regret leaving it, but I left it. And also, I had met the very special guest.
That was the very special guest on the flyer, right? Meet the A-Team van.
That was the special guest. So that was fun. So
you met it.
Those are the only slides I have. It was a really cool show. It was a really fun show. Lots of stuff to dig through. Lots of dig bins, lots of nice things, box things. There was an Eternia place. This was a good, solid show. And I picked up a few things, and I'll show off a couple of them. One of them I will not be showing off because I don't consider that I bought it. And you and I have talked about this a little bit.
Okay, yes.
So I'm only going to just tell a small portion of the story and just, again, preface this by saying I do not blame the show or the people who run the show for what happened. But I bought the first US version of Optimus Prime from a vendor. And people who collect Transformers might know that that's known as the bloated version. It has, you're freaking out. I don't know what's happening in your room. but something happened.
I think a light's about to die.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Anyway, that was a little distracting. So this version has a different trailer and has metal plates on the side of it. And like when they went to the second version, they replaced those with stickers. He has a different gun. It's basically closest to the Japanese version before Hasbro kind of made some changes to probably just to make it less expensive to create.
Is this, I'm assuming, the more desirable one to own?
Well, it's the one I had as a kid. So of course it's the one that's harder to get and the most expensive of the US versions.
Yep.
So someone had one, and that was one of the things I was looking for. Like that was on my list, along with our buddy Tendril that we saw earlier. G1 bloated Optimus Prime, that was on my list. So some guy had it at a pretty decent price, talked to him for a good amount of time. Actually, we agreed on a lower price.
You discussed the price, or what? You talked about the price?
We talked about the price. He took less than he was asking for it. I don't want to get into the money situation right now. So I get this thing home and I open it, and it's in a cellophane bag with the trailer open and all of the stuff on top of it. And I looked at it. I'm like, okay, all the pieces are there. Looks good. The tabs, the little tabs where the trailer door fits in, those are always broken. Those were solid. I get it home. I open it up. I close the trailer because that's what you do. It's a transformer. You close the trailer.
You were transforming it. Yes.
And the tabs snapped. And I'm like, what just happened? How did those break? So I start looking at it and I realize that this guy took the chassis of a later version of the trailer that had unbroken tabs, took it apart, and put all of the bloated stuff, like the side panels of the bloated version, the launcher of the bloated version, even like the trailer hitch of the bloated version, put all of those on, put it all back together, and left it open because as soon as you close it, the plastic overlaps because the doors, the sides of the trailer and the chassis, they changed it when they went from version 1 to version 2. So the way the plastic is notched out on the trailer sides, it doesn't work. Like you can't swap them.
So either this guy, like I'm not accusing anybody, right? And I know you're not doing that. You are. Okay. Somebody did this. Like this was intentional, right? This was not a mistake. It's not like he wasn't familiar with the line. This was like, hey, I'm going to try to get as much money for this thing as possible.
This was very intentional. It was subterfuge. Because again, if he had done it to try to, refresh it or refurbish it, rather, that's the word I'm looking for.
Keep talking. I'm going to kill those lights.
Yeah. If he had done this just to refurbish it so it displayed better and was open about it, that's fine. I wouldn't have bought it. It looks like you're on the sun now.
Don't worry about it. I'm fixing that. Keep talking.
What's going on? So but it's not like this was done to try to trick someone into buying this because again, it broke the second I got it home because of the way it had been, cobbled together. And it really left a bad taste in my mouth. Because the thing that I've loved about going to these toy shows, and this sounds super cheesy, I know that, is like the community aspect of it. Like there are a lot of really cool people and it feels like everybody's rooting for you. It feels like you're all kind of on the same team. Yes, absolutely. There's commerce happening, but it doesn't feel like people are trying to just get money and nothing else. It feels like, if anything, they're just trying to fuel their own collections.
Yeah. And you're in a total,
Not this guy.
I know exactly what you're saying. You're in a judgment-free zone at these things. Like people are excited. Like there's everybody, a lot of people that want to talk, even people we tried to get away from at some booths, but this is like an invasion of all of that.
Yeah. So I was really, really bummed about that. All right. So let's go over to the
good ends.
I want to show what I picked off. So let's leave Toys for the Ages. And let's go over to the Invention Exchange portion of the show. So I'm gonna hit that button and we're gonna leave the sad thoughts behind.
Let's do that. You do that.
See if you can fix that light while the video is playing.
Perfectly excellent.
Oh, you're not there again. There you are.
What? Okay, now I'm back. Now I'm over
All right.
here.
Now you're over here. Well, do you want, like, since I was talking about
No,
the
keep
stuff,
going. Segue.
Segues. So I bought 2 things at the show, and I bought another thing at a shop that I hit on the way home from the show.
Okay.
And then I have another thing that's related to the thing at the shop that I bought. So I'm going to just show that to you.
4 things.
Yeah, 4 things. So the first thing that I got was...
Wow. Whoa, look at that. Yes, you almost purchased these at a previous Do Something, but these actually we didn't even talk about that Do Something. Sorry.
No, that was at the Wayne Toy Show.
Yeah.
The guy from the Wayne Toy Show was at Gettysburg.
Oh, nice.
So I bought him from him. So it's not like
but he brought better ones?
Yeah, he brought the better one. And he saw me come in. It's like, oh, hey, it's you. He goes, I have the one for you. He goes, it's not out because I'm saving it for you. Let me go get it. Come
on, that's amazing. Like, you had an awful experience, but that is a crazy cool experience, right?
So I got my perfect condition Snarf.
Nice.
And I got my essentially perfect condition Lino, who
lights up. Look at that. He's lighting up. He's looking good.
So, and again, that's the good stuff. Carry on.
It's crazy because that guy didn't know you were coming, did he?
No.
But he just like, and you talked to him at the Wayne Toy Show, and he just like, hey, I got a better one, and he brought it. He was waiting for it, and he held it for you.
He was going to bring it to the next Wayne show for me, but and that's why it wasn't out with his other ones. So yeah, so that was awesome. I was really excited
cool
to see that.
Yeah.
So the other thing that I bought is probably my favorite thing that I got, and it's so stupid, and I have nowhere to put it. Oh, do I love this?
The big loader construction set. Okay, this one is, you got to explain this one to me.
Oh, I can do better than that.
Oh, we're gonna play with it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there it is. Look at this. It's doing its thing. Oh, it loads up. It unloads. It made a mess. Where'd all that stuff go?
Oh, we'll get there.
Oh, now you're going back. You're in position. Oh, and there we go. We're going to scoop it back up. And now we're going to take it back. Oh, nope. We're going to think about it first.
Well, you can't go. You got to back up. So you got to do a U-turn.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's incredible. That was crazy. So I have some comments. I have some thoughts. As a playset, that is mesmerizing. But I got a comment on there as a construction job. They didn't really move anything forward. But we'll let that slide. That was crazy. I'm assuming this is another one from your youth.
Yeah, I had that when I was a kid, and I loved that stupid thing. I loved it so much. Like, can you see it? Like, it's set up on my floor right there, right now.
I'm surprised it's not just moving all the time, like just constantly running.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. It's way too like it's long and wide. It's like 22 inches by like 20 inches, so it's not gonna fit anywhere. But it was $20.
Get out in the box.
In the box with
complete?
the instructions, complete and working. It was $20. And again, granted, it was $20 because nobody cares except for weirdos like me.
Yeah.
But I care intensely, and I'm so happy that I got that. That thing is so much fun.
Yeah, it's a good find and a good score at the price. So congrats.
Yeah. So that's good. So then on the way home, I hit 3 separate vintage toy shops. I hit a place called Retro and Rad, which was cool. I think you would have liked that place because they had a lot of vintage video games there.
But that's pretty rad. Yeah.
I didn't get anything there. I went to another place called the Tatted Toy Guys, and they had an extremely impressive looking store with like big, crazy things. I got to send you a picture. They built a gonk out of like
storage bins.
Yeah. So they had like
awesome.
a gonk in there. They had a big Slimer in there. Like, it was a very impressive looking store. But in addition to selling vintage toys, they sold like toys. So there was like a lot of kids and stuff in there. So it was kind of a hectic, crazy place that I went to. But the place where I actually went and I bought something was called Uncle Bob's Retro Toys, I think is the name of it.
Okay.
This place was really cool. They had some good stuff. It wasn't a huge store. It was a small store, but they had some nice things. And one of the things that they had is something I've been looking for a while. And it's another thing that I had when I was a kid.
This is the booster for the Matchbox car. Yep.
Yeah. So the gimmick is you put Kit inside this, and then you push it and it launches this guy out. Mm-hmm. I loved this thing when I was a kid. Look at this thing.
Yeah, it looks great.
I have never seen one that wasn't completely beaten to hell.
Well, because you launch it down the steps. I mean, that's what I was doing.
You launch it into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
So to find one that was this nice open was really cool. Because like I really, really wanted an open one because like about a month ago, and I haven't shown this on us yet, is I did buy a carded one.
Look at that. Now you have one to have, one to hold, or whatever that expression is. Very
one
nice.
To have and one to keep.
Yes, one to play with.
One to stock and one to rock.
Nice.
So also, by the way, this is, hang on, let me do the proper thing.
What's the proper thing?
The proper thing is to let everyone know once again, this custom frame is from mocframes.com. Love this thing. So I was I really liked having a sealed one. It looks really nice on my shelf, but having an open one that I can kind of fiddle with and like put in front of it, I'm stoked about that. So
nice.
So good pickups. It's really a shame about Optimus. I got it. I don't know what I'm gonna do exactly. Obviously, I need another one. Like this one, I can't keep this one. Even if I was okay with the broken piece, which again is not really super noticeable. It displays both ways just fine, but like it hurts. Like it feels like it's I don't know. Like it's like a cursed monkey paw in my house, and I need to get it out.
It's tainted. I get it. It's totally tainted. It's bad juju. So the hunt continues.
So
cool.
that's my do something. That's my invention exchange. Again, I wanted to try to keep it quick, keep it tight. I know I didn't do a great job of that.
No, that was good. That was good stuff. I appreciate the recap of the show. Sounds like one that'll be on the do something list annually, right?
Yeah, and next time I'm going to bring a baseball bat. So if I find the guy who sold me the thing, I'm just going to smash his entire table.
That'll be fun. We'll get early bird for that. I want to come too.
What do you got?
I've got a couple things too. You know, it's been a few weeks since I went to Too Many Games, and I think I had some Invention Exchange last time we met, and I showed off those because again, like you, I was there for the weird stuff. And I had my list, and I didn't come home with any keepers. And then when I'm sure everyone knows when you go to a show like that and you're looking for something and they don't have it, you come home and you're just like, you're empty inside.
Yeah.
Yes. And so you have to fill that emptiness. And that's exactly what I did. So some of the games I was looking for on my weird list were the Game & Watch Club Nintendo collections released for Nintendo DS on Club Nintendo in Japan. And I showed a picture of it. One guy had them, but he wanted stupid money for them because his were sealed. And I don't care about having sealed copies. So these are not expensive. These are relatively cheap. And I was following a bunch of listings, and somebody finally sent me an offer. So I'm like, okay, I will buy those. Buy. So I'm psyched to have them. Again, they complete with the little manual game. I wasn't sure if they were bootlegs at first when I got them. I had to like scrutinize them a little bit and do some comparisons online because they're inexpensive. And I've had these before, and I didn't remember the manuals being like pan flips like they are. They like fold out. But yes, that is legit. And and they will add to my weird DS collection with all of the Tingle games and whatnot. So I'm psyched. Like this is a good fun stuff that I will, once I set up my gaming display, got a good chunk of import.
I'm eager to see your museum as you start to curate it.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that because there has been some changes in. So I got to think things out. I might be losing some real estate here in this space in the near future, but
that's not good.
Yeah, that's all right.
You don't have a lot of real estate to begin with.
I don't. So we shall figure it, but we will discuss. But yeah.
Interesting. All right.
But again, I'm now fulfilled from things that I wanted to get at Too Many Games have now been gotten. They were not gotten at Too Many Games though, but maybe next time.
All right. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
That's it for you?
Yeah, I think that's all I got today.
All right. Well, then should we get on to the main event? Do you want me to push the button and then you can start us off?
Yeah, what did you say before? Unbutton?
I said I'm going to button.
Oh, I thought you said you were unbuttoning.
No, I'm not unbuttoning anything. That's not that kind of show, Alan.
All right, let's button. Hit the button, Frank. I'm gonna put these away.
Perfectly excellent.
Doggy, what a week. What a week it was with San Diego, or weekend, I suppose, with San Diego Comic-Con happening.
The same weekend that I went to the toy show. So like my attention was certainly, I don't even know if it was split. I'm just glad that most of the stuff that I was looking for at San Diego happened on Thursday and Friday, because when I went to the toy show, I was done. Like I didn't see anything that happened on Saturday, essentially.
Yeah, it's funny. There were some vendors I thought that were going to do like daily like reveals, but it seemed like by Friday that plan had gone and things just kept coming out. But yeah, so I did not go with you to the Gettysburg show because of San Diego Comic-Con. Not that I went, but I had to stay home and watch it. No, I'm joking. I had something I had to do unfortunately Saturday, but I did watch a lot of streams and booth tours and recaps, or not recaps, and just, like overviews. There was a lot of cool stuff. And I always think like, man, why do we get gypped at New York Comic-Con? They definitely get the goods at San Diego.
They do. And like, I've always wanted to go to it, except for like, I'm getting to the point where the older I get and the further away I get from that last New York Comic-Con that we went to, that I did not have a good time at. And then I had a really like impressively apocalyptic evening afterwards. Mm-hmm. I just don't think I'd want to go anymore. Like, I don't know what I'd do there for 4 days. It just seems like too much. Now, granted, I understand it's really big and I'm sure it's awesome, but like, I just don't think I have that sort of stamina in me anymore.
Yeah. And I have to apologize to you, because I think we've done Comic-Con wrong for a long time. Like, we never did the panels. Like, you and I were focused on the show floor. And I think that's maybe what burned out a little bit, because taking a break, going to some of the panels, sitting down. I did it last year for the first time, and it was just such a different experience. Like, it was, I was there open to close for the first time in years. And
I've always sort of followed your lead. And like the last 2 times I went with you, which I think was 22 and 23, both times after about like 3 hours there, I was like, this is enough for me. Like, I'm not having fun. I hate half of these booths.
You're not wrong for that too. There's a lot of crap there. So
yeah. So I just, it's not for me. And I've told you before, like I will never say I'll never go back to New York Comic-Con again, but there would have to really be a reason for me to go, because I just don't have fun. Like, I have much more fun at a toy show, especially because I know that no matter how big that show is, there's no way I'm there for more than 3 or 4 hours. Like, there's just not that much to do. Like, you look at everything, you walk it again, you make sure you saw everything, and then maybe you'll even do it a third time, and then it's like, it's time to go. And that's where I am in life right now.
No, I get it. The first in, first out. But I don't have any early entry for New York Comic-Con, but I'll report back on the do something when we get to that in October. But right now, San Diego Comic-Con recaps and reactions. There's a bunch of things to talk about.
We each picked some things that we thought were interesting, and then at the end, I think we each have a slide about some of the exclusives that were happening. Indeed. And I believe you're going to kick us off.
I will kick us off. Hey, look at this. So yeah, and I broke it down by company, because there was a lot of cool stuff. Like, I was excited, and I really enjoyed watching what everybody was unveiling. And I was surprised at just how much grabbed my attention. And first up,
by the way, I hope I put these slides in the right order, because I'm just realizing now that you labeled them 1 through whatever, and I'm not positive if you meant that to be a countdown or the order to put them in. And
it's all right. Like, I think this is right, because I think this one, whatever, we'll figure it out. But I think this is right. But yeah, I was excited. I'm always happy to see when Mega Man gets some love and attention. And I was super surprised to see Mondo announce that they are going to be picking up a Mega Man line coming 2027. So, showed off some renders, nothing much else, but I am eager to see what we get from that.
I already know the answer to this because I do this too, but how many Mega Man lines does there need to be?
That is an excellent question because I've been doing some soul searching with that as well. Right now, Jada Toys has Mega Man, 3-0 has Mega Man, Blokies is starting to do Mega Man, Hyatt Toys has Mega Man. So yes, I'm trying to figure out where I go from here because my favorite of the bunch are the 3-0 ones, but Jada released more robot bosses, so it's I don't know. I'm struggling to navigate this. And also Haya Toys, which I don't know if I have on, I might have put a slide for them later. They're doing Mega Man Star Force, and I think they might have shown off Mega Man Battle Network. So there's lots of Mega Man to go around, but yeah, classic Mega Man, we already have three companies doing it. So
like, I don't get me wrong, I like Mega Man. Like I really liked those games a lot when I was a kid, but I feel like there's just I feel like in the last 20 years there's probably been 50 different Mega Mans, and I feel like it just seems like a lot to me because Mega Man just kind of mostly looks like that all the time.
There's lots of Mega Mens. I probably have some. I probably don't have to look far to grab some Mega Mens. Like there's Mega Mens all over the place, and these are the Jada Toy ones. But again, I don't know if I have any 3-0 handy. I think those are definitely I like them better. But again, these are more affordable. And again, they're doing all of the bosses, so you don't see that. You tend to see this, like you see Mega Man, Dr. White, Rush, and Roll. So I always hope for more of the robots, but we'll see how it goes. Hey, coming 2027. So nothing to do, no pre-orders. We'll see what happens there.
And then your other Mondo item.
My other Mondo item. Now I picked up Peter Venkman from Mondo's Real Ghostbusters line. You saw it in person. You were very unimpressed with it.
It's not that it wasn't a really awesome figure. I just couldn't believe how small it was.
Yes.
Like it's not that much bigger than the original Kenner figure. And I was floored by that. I thought these were like Mondo does some He-Man figures, and those things are big. Those are like Hot Toys sized figures. And that's what I thought these were.
Yeah, they're 1/12 scale, maybe a little short. I'm not sure, but I think they look great. But they're pricey.
They're very expensive for how big they are.
Very expensive for how big they are. So I said, you know what? I got Peter Venkman. There's no way I could afford all of them, all of the Ghostbusters. So that was kind of going to be my one and done. He came with a Slimer, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. But then I saw Louis Tully, and I was like, damn it.
I don't even remember him from the cartoon.
Yeah, but it's like this. I don't think I will go for it. But this one, like with the PKE meter hanging from his belt, I think he looks great. I love the Slimer with the proton pack. Again, I might just admire these from a distance, but I think they really look great. And I wish I had the money to buy them. Not only are they expensive, but there's also deluxe versions of them that are like $200.
They come with the extra ghosts and stuff, right? Yeah.
So if money was no object, then I would have them all. They even showed off the Ecto 1.
Funny you should mention that because that's one thing that was on my list. Again, not that I have any intention whatsoever of buying one of these. I don't. If anything, I might try to steal one of the ones that I gave you 100 years ago back, because I like the Kenner one. But this is very cool looking. Like this is a really well done vehicle. It's got really good like detail, really good lines on it that really makes it feel animated. And the Slimer hanging off on top is just excellent.
Right? That's it. The Slimers are what are killing me.
Yeah.
This can't be cheap though.
I can't imagine. I can't see this being under 350. Like I'd be floored if it was maybe 300, maybe, but I can't imagine. Like this has got to be really expensive. So definitely not on my purchase list. But when I was looking through the stuff that was shown off, this is one of those things where I was like, you know what? That's cool. I like that. I want to talk about that, especially because I knew that you would want to talk about some of the Mondo stuff anyway. So it made it like a nice little segue.
Yeah, that worked perfectly. I love the cartoonish stylized version here. Yeah, just like I like the figures. I think this looks great. It looks like you get another hood that you could swap out that has like, you know, a monster coming out of it.
Yeah, like the possessed version of it.
Yeah. Again, this isn't, I will definitely not buy this. And I think you are being very, very generous with your pricing estimate.
I'm sure it's way more than that. I'm sure it's way more than that.
I'm thinking between 400 and 500 for this thing.
And again, since the figures aren't as big as I thought they were going to be, this is not going to be like that big, I don't think. I mean, I'm sure, don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's big, but this doesn't feel like something that's like HasLab big to me.
Yeah. Yeah, but I agree. This was awesome. Like it
just looks good. It's like a really nice looking car.
Mm-hmm.
And like at some point I want to do a full episode on this. I'm not sure what it's about, but like through recollecting some more vintage toys again and like really kind of shifting my focus to the things that are really important, I've kind of realized how much I like cars, but cars that are characters. Like I don't really like cars like, you know, that are out on the road driving. I don't really care about cars. But like movie cars, TV show cars, cars that were like really important to a story, I love those. Like, you know,
fascinating.
You know, I love those, and I feel like we should have a discussion about that at some point.
Definitely, because there is a car. I get what you're saying. The Ghostbusters cartoon, not the real Ghostbusters. Do you remember that car?
Hang on one second. I'm like dying of heat, so I'm turning a little fan on over here.
Okay.
Yes, the buggy is actually on my list of things that I'm looking for that I'll probably not ever get because it's too expensive.
Yes,
but
I got
that car.
I thought about it one day. I'm like, oh man, you know, I didn't have it. My younger brother had it, but I loved it. Like we always played with it. And I looked it up, and that thing is stupidly expensive now.
It's crazy because it's super fragile and it's got a billion different pieces to it, and it wasn't super widely distributed to begin with. But that is on that's on my want list.
Yeah, it didn't. I was going to put it on the want list, but then I saw the price, and I'm like, no, just scribble that out. But awesome.
We'll get there.
Good on you, Mondo, with your Ecto one there. I appreciate you. So
next up, you got Maestro.
Yes, I'm not familiar with Maestro, but these looked amazing. These are 1/6 scale, I believe, Labyrinth figures ahead of the 40th anniversary of the movie, which is coming up. I'm not so crazy about the Goblin King. Like, I think it looks phenomenal, but I love the Goblin Knight and Hoggle. I went to like the website to look at these. They are priced out of my price range, unfortunately. The Goblin King, not so much, but Hoggle was much more than I expected. They're basically like hot toy prices.
Yeah.
So, but I think they look phenomenal. I think this is a movie that doesn't quite get enough love.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I know this is one that you wanted. We've had this discussion before, so I don't know why you're surprised, unless your memory has completely just
maybe we watch this one instead of Saturday the 14th.
But I will say the reason why I haven't watched it is because I watched the other one. Why can't I think of the name of it?
The Dark Crystal.
The
Dark Crystal.
Yeah, I watched the Dark Crystal like 8 years ago or something like that. And
for the first time?
Yeah, for the first time. And I did not like that at all.
I could see that because again, I loved both of these growing up, but I tried to watch the Dark Crystal again, you know, probably a few years ago as well. And I was like, oh my God, I don't remember it being so grotesque, like that dinner scene. And
yeah. So I don't know if this is like that or not. And it always felt a little dark like that. So I don't know. I'm not going to say I won't watch it, but again, you need to do some serious quality control, double checking before you send anything else my way. Cause you are a big 0-2 so far.
Yeah. It's hard to tell though. I mean, I love these movies. Even I still love Krull and Howard the Duck. So it's hard, but Labyrinth, I think is way better than both of those. I mean, it's a stellar movie. I actually watched it, on my business trip this week too.
So you've seen it as of like this week and it still holds up and you still enjoy it.
Awesome characters. I would love, I think, I don't think it's Super 7. Somebody did like retro figures from this. And the promo pictures of the retro figures look great, but when you see them in person, they're like, eh. So I wanted this. I wanted like a good Hoggle. I would love more goblins.
Yeah.
I don't know. I may have to go for the Goblin Knight. I would love Hoggle, but I don't think I could swing him.
All right.
So yeah, but really cool to see. Keep on. I think there might have even been another Goblin King. I think there was one more, but I just grabbed these 3 shots.
So I don't have a whole lot to say about this.
What is this?
They're going to do some more of the Star Wars Kenner retro collection figures from the original trilogy. They didn't announce any of them. I believe all of these are going to come out in 2027. So I'm excited that this many figures are coming. Like, I think that's really cool.
And 3 big blobs.
And 3 big blobs, which I think is 2 light cycles and a bath mat.
It looked like light cycles. That was the first thing I thought of. So
I don't know if these are all new characters or not, or if they're gonna if there's some reissues sprinkled in here. But I'm glad they're still doing more of these. I do like these figures, even though buying them is a joke because I pre-ordered these on Target and it's been delayed once and then delayed requiring additional approval a second time, which is usually the precursor to it just being canceled outright.
Yes.
Which happened to the last batch of them that I tried to buy from Target. So I'm not looking forward to that, but I am happy that they're doing a bunch of figures.
Why don't they just
Hopefully we'll finally get a Cantina guy. Can we get a Cantina guy for crying out loud?
That one silhouette looks just like him.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Why don't they just do a retro Kenner club? Like, let people join and just get the figures.
I don't know. But I'm excited that this is happening. But again, obviously, just because it's a bunch of blobs, not too much more to say about that.
Okay, moving on. Oh boy. Okay, so more pricey stuff here. Sideshow did a really good booth tour. I think they might have did it on preview night where they went through everything and they showed off some new Beetlejuice figures. They showed off the wedding tux Beetlejuice, Lydia in her wedding gown, and I don't know, the officiant. I don't know what you actually call that guy. The guy who came out of the fireplace and just kind of nodded and then went up and smoked. I think Beetlejuice in the tux looks great. I already have the Sideshow Beetlejuice in his striped suit, but I don't know. I may have to add this one. Lydia looks awful. I think her face looks terrible, but I think Beetlejuice looks fantastic.
And this is from the first movie, right?
From the first movie, singular Beetlejuice, not Beetlejuice, correct. So, yep. I think they look good. I'm on the list.
His hair looks weird, but that's probably the point, right?
Yeah. The only thing I don't like, his shoes are so clean. I don't remember them being so clean in the movie when they were getting married, but yeah, it looks good. And I put my name down. I said, let me know when these are available.
See, I didn't even know that they got married. So spoiler for people who haven't seen Beetlejuice or don't remember it from when you saw it once in 1987.
I don't know if they actually get married. I don't think they do. They try. He tries to marry her.
All right. Well, don't remember that. But I do plan on rewatching that at some point because it's almost been 40 years, I think, since I've seen it. So I feel like it's probably due for another shot.
It's good time to go back around.
Yeah. So my next thing is from Factory Entertainment, and they're doing a 3 3/4-inch Airwolf with figures, including our friend Ernest Borgnine. Boy, oh boy. Would it be fun to take that head and put it on a cop body?
It's probably not too difficult to do, but
I think the hat's stuck on his head. I don't think he's got.
I'm sure. Are you in my world now when looking at the their Battlestar Galactica Viper? It's from Factory Entertainment now, where you're like, what do I do? What do I do?
Oh, I know. I'm not going to get this, and that's
okay.
I actually had a friend in England acquire a vintage Airwolf helicopter for me that he's boxing up with some other things and sending my way. Nice. So I'm going to have a vintage Airwolf that'll be more toy like, but this thing is rad. Like, it's really cool looking. It looks super realistic. I love that they're doing the figures. I'm sure it's as big as my Dragonfly up there. Actually, it's probably not quite that big if it's 3 3/4.
3 3/4, yeah.
But I'm sure it's big. It's really awesome. I'm not going to get one. I have no desire to own it. I mean, I guess unless unlimited space was a thing in my life, which it's not. But I'm really excited that they're making stuff like this. Like, I think they're making like a Magnum PI figure and like all of like the weirdo stuff from the 80s that I enjoy, especially because like I know I say this over and over again, but like I've just been going crazy watching A-Team. A-Team is the best show. Like, holy cow, do I love that stupid show. And I really like that some of this stuff is not withering on the vine, that it's still out there.
No, I give it to you. And yeah, Factory Entertainment, they did show off some Battlestar stuff. I did see this, but it didn't make my list because we saw the Vipers, I think last year. But they did now have the Cylon Raiders, and they showed off more figures, and they showed off some figures. And I think there were prototypes from the newer Battlestar. So I don't know what to do. I'm having dilemmas. You've solved your problem. You got a vintage one on the way. I'm still debating what I do about this stuff.
But yeah, very cool. And I'm glad they showed it off.
Yeah, it was cool stuff. Yeah, did you see this? Do you see the Hiya Toys are doing Starship Troopers figures?
All it did was make me think about how we used to be walking around like KB toy stores in like 1998 or whatever, and they were blowing the vintage toys out for like nothing. And I remember I have this really vivid memory of you holding one that was like $8, and you're like, why am I not buying this? Like you just were trying to talk yourself out of buying it because it was so cheap and so big, and you talked yourself out of buying it, but that's all I thought about was those old ones.
Yeah, and I likely will not buy these either, but I was just really like, that was cool to see, because that's a guilty pleasure, that first movie. Then we have to do an episode where we watch all 5 of them, or however many they've made.
I don't know about that.
But yeah, that was really cool. Like, hey, I think this was all they showed was just the Warrior Bug.
Yeah, no, it's cool though.
Cool. And then we
got some more Megas.
We got more Mega Mans. Now the one on the left, that's my favorite Mega Man. That's from the Mega Man Battle Network game. So I am over the moon excited about this, because the Mega Man Battle Network figures that I have are old, and they're kind of rare nowadays. So I'm afraid to touch them, because if I break them, I cannot replace them.
Yeah.
And they did release some model kits, but I hate the model kits. I'm reluctantly building them, and I have like a backlog of them still to do. But to get like a modern figure with modern articulation and looks like a lot of good accessories in there, I am so super excited about this. And then we also, to the right, we have classic Mega Man. So yes, Hiya Toys, I'm in. Show us more, please, soon.
All right, more Mega Mans.
Yeah, these are the Mega Mans I'm here for, though.
All right, so I got 2 slides here. So we have some new Masters of the Universe Origins thing, and I made this slide thinking it was going to be my only He-Man slide, and I was prepared to be all annoyed about this. So what they're doing is they're essentially re-releasing a bunch of the Origins figure with different deco. Okay. And they're putting them in boxes now, and they're doing Build-A-Figure. So those 2 big monsters that are up on the pedestals, like, you can only get them if you buy the other 5 figures. And I don't want another Fakor and another Stratus and another, Zodak and another Mermaid. Like, I have these figures already. I don't want them again. The Fakor Tila is kind of okay. And the battle damaged Man-at-Arms, that's actually a pretty cool figure. I might get that one regardless, just because it's kind of neat.
But the deco, it's not. Is it improved deco? You said it's like slightly different?
It's a little bit better. I mean, the He-Man figure looks more like the vintage toy than the one that they put out, 5 years ago, whatever it was. So it does look better. But like, I'm not about to rebuy all of these figures for the Build-A-Figure thing. And like, those guys are cool, but they're not that cool. They're not buy 2 waves worth of figures cool. But I was all ready to be annoyed and be like, why won't they finish the vintage line? Why can't I get my Too Bad figure? Why can't they? And then the next day they revealed that they're finally doing Too Bad. And they're also doing Laser Light Skeletor. So they reestablished their commitment to
they redeemed themselves.
They said they're going to finish the vintage line, although they say that the movie figures don't count. Which I'm not really too fussed about, because I don't like the 87 movie at all.
Oh, that movie. I thought you meant the new movie.
No, they are making figures for the new movie. But Too Bad was one of my favorites when I was a kid. He's the last one of the vintage figures that I had when I was a kid that they hadn't made a new version of. So I'm really, really excited that they're finally doing Too Bad. And Laserlight Skeletor will be cool because the original 80s version of that like only really came out in Europe. So it's just not really a, you know, it's like an $800 figure or something crazy like that.
Well, totally retro. That's great.
I'm psyched about that. I'm really, really excited to finally get Too Bad.
Yes. Good thing you didn't have to build a figure of him, right?
Oh, I would have been fuming.
Nice. All right, let's keep it moving. Jada Toys. So I've been watching their Invincible line and I've been waiting. I wanted to see where they went with it. They showed off last year Invincible, his brother, and I can't remember, just a bad guy. So I wasn't full in. The guy in green, that's Alan the Alien. Now the newer, like the buff version of him. That was what I was waiting for. That was my go signal if I was going to go in on this line or not. He's been unveiled. He's wave 3, so it's going to be a while for him, I think. But I'm in. Like I will support this line now. I need that figure, and then I think Omni-Man to his left there is going to be in wave 2, and he looks fantastic. So I am super, super psyched about those two.
Okay. Let's talk about Dino. I got some thoughts about Dino.
Hit me with your thoughts about Dino.
What is up with the unnecessary articulation around his midsection? That looks terrible.
This is like your grimace
that's
grievance.
the exact thing that I was thinking of. Like, why would you unnecessarily articulate something that does not need to be articulated? It looks horrible.
Yeah, you need to patent that though, your grimace grievance, like so we could reuse that.
It's really frustrating.
Well, I thought it was a cool figure, very cool to see. I don't think I've ever had marshmallow fruity pebbles, so
they're running out of cereals. They're just like, you know, they just want to do the rest of the Flintstone figures. So it's like, hey, remember those cinnamon ones that came out for like a month? We're gonna do that with Bam Bam.
Yeah, this is a no-go for me, but I appreciate the effort with this one. I mean, I think he looks good. Yes, aside from his midsection articulation there, but
that looks terrible.
Yeah,
I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but that looks terrible. And I love Dino. Dino's cool, but that's terrible.
I think you are being negative though. So if you don't have anything nice to say,
it's terrible.
That's still not nice. What about Astro Boy? What do you think about Astro Boy?
Astro Boy's rad. I don't need an Astro Boy in my life, but like I had an Astro Boy t-shirt when I was in high school. Like I'm down with like the Astro Boy Speed Racer era of Japanese animation. So he's cool. Yeah. I'm down.
He's cool. I like him. I think the arms look weird. I don't know what they could have done, right? I think all of Jada Toys look, their articulation points look odd, right? I mean, Dino and his grimace grievance aside, but it's cool. I'm psyched to get an Astro Boy figure. So I think 3 out of 4 is a pretty good deal for me out of what they showed off here. Yep,
pretty solid. All right, so now we're on to G.I. Joe Classified, and this is where it starts getting good for me. Like, I've only put up the stuff that I'm going to actively get. They showed a whole bunch of stuff, and a lot of it is really cool, but not really from the world of Joes that I tend to collect, because G.I. Joe, that toy line went on forever. And I was pretty much checked out by 86. And there's some cool post 86 figures that I have been getting here and there, but I'm trying not to go crazy and just buy everything just for the sake of it. I'm trying to make sure I'm buying the ones that I really, really like. So we're finally getting a retro version of Falcon, or Falco.
Okay. I was a little surprised by
I would absolutely buy a retro Falco. Like, I'd be totally fine with that. And then we're getting our buddy Flash over here finally. So that completes like the OG 13 Joe figures. That's the last one of that group. So that's cool. I am going to get the Tomb Raider, which is funny because I've never played a Tomb Raider game in my entire life. I've never seen like any of the movies or cartoons or anything like that. I have no vested interest in the character whatsoever, but I think it just looks like a good figure, and I think it fits in really good with the Joes, and I'm into it.
Awesome.
You pre-ordered one and then opted out?
I did opt out. Like, again, I don't know how she compares to the other Joes, but she was pricey. I thought at like $42.
She is a deluxe figure because she comes with too much crap that'll go in a bag in my closet that I don't need.
Yeah, and I like what they did. They took like the modern Lara Croft, or at least what I think is the modern Lara Croft from the most recent games, but they gave her her vintage like tank top and shorts look. I told you I would have preferred if they kept the modern look throughout, like the way she looks in the newer games. I think it's an awesome figure. I just at $42, I needed to cancel that. And I don't know, maybe I'll regret it when it comes out in October, but
we'll see.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is they revealed next year's made to order vehicle, which is the Thunder Machine, which was one of my favorites when I was a kid. I loved the Thunder Machine. I thought this is a Dreadnought vehicle. I thought it was just really weird and cool. I do not adore this render. So I do want to see a little bit more. It's a little more slanted and narrow in the front, but I'm wondering if that's just like a perspective thing and less an actual design thing. So I expected the front to be a little bit lower to the ground and a little wider because it's supposed to be like, like a Trans Am front end or something like that. So I am curious to see what they're going to actually do with it when they put it out. But again, this was one of my favorite vehicles when I was a kid. So I'm unless it looks like absolutely atrocious, I'm definitely in on this.
This is the deal. Awesome.
Good
cool
stuff.
Joes. Yeah.
I got a dog.
Yeah, he's. I think somebody's outside, so bear with him for a second there. But hey, I was surprised to make a slide for Hasbro Black Series. They've kind of like fallen out of favor, I think, with you and I. But I'll hand it to them. I think these are two good-looking figures. Marok, whatever his name was, he came out previously with the Ahsoka line, but he looked so bizarre. He looked like a Knight of the Round Table with his deco, with his paint colors. And he wasn't really much of a character in that, but I think they kind of redeemed him in the Sith Lord, the Darth Maul Sith Lord show. And when I saw that show, I wanted to get him, but unfortunately, I think that drove the price of that figure up. So I was glad to see that there's a re-release for him. And then the Night Mother, I forgot her full name. I was surprised.
Mrs. Night Mother.
Miss Night Mother. Again, really, anytime they do something new like this, that's not a trooper, as you put, I think is really, really cool. I'm not going to get her, but I appreciate the effort, Hasbro. Like,
if you're looking for Black Series, I've got some that I'm probably going to be getting rid of. If you're looking for some Black Series.
Maybe we'll talk. I don't know if there's any other ones I want to get, but let me know before they go out the door. We'll chat.
All right. So I believe the next one is my last non-exclusive thing that like the reveal that was going on. And this one was one I am genuinely very, very, very excited about. This will be a day one purchase. Oh, wait, you got two.
Really? Surprise me. I did not know you were so into this.
You double dipped Hasbro.
I'm sorry. I don't. Okay, I'll do this quick.
You don't have to do it quick.
Big, huge surprise that Hasbro teased that they were doing Legend of Zelda figures. I was nervous because I don't know if you known to you or not, but there is a Legend of Zelda movie coming out in 2027. So
I only know that because you told me.
Yes. Well, now you know again. You know more. Well, we don't know anything, but I was afraid that the figures were going to be based off of that expression of the entertainment. But alas, they are not. These are Tears of the Kingdom figures. I think they look, for the price, I think they look great. If you wanted to get these figures, well, you really only have one option for all three, and that's from Good Smile, their Figma line. So they're going to run you about $100 ish each, between 80 to 100. They do come with a lot more accessories and potentially more articulation, maybe. But for the 27 bones for Link and Zelda, I think they look really good. I think Ganondorf, as his friends call him, is a deluxe figure. So he was also around like $42. But but yeah, I'm in on these. I have pre-ordered these already, so
Is
more to come.
Tears of the Kingdom, is that a Wii one, a Switch one, what is that?
That is the most recent Zelda game released on the Switch. Yes.
All right. That's the one that they're going to release again on the Switch too, right?
No, they've released a patch for it. So if you play it on the Switch 2, it plays at a higher frame rate with improved graphics and all of that. But just Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I think, are both great games. If you're going to pick one, I think Breath of the Wild is potentially the better game, but I don't ever make me choose because I love them both.
Yeah. Like I said, let me know when they make the Dangerous to Go Alone old man, and then maybe I'll think about it.
All right. Well, I hope Hasbro goes into this line. Like my fear is that they'll go through each of the games and we'll just get these 3 characters over and over, different iterations. But I would love it if they would do deep cuts like the old wizard and some more enemies. But I'm excited they have the license. Like, please go forth and do us well. I will most likely buy everything they release for this.
All right. Well, now I know my slide is next, and this is the thing that I'm most excited about. It's the NECA Powdered Toast Man. I've been wanting one of these since the early 2000s. Palisades did a line of Ren and Stimpy figures that my wife bought me, like when we first started dating. It's Ren, Stimpy, Mr. Horse, and the Shaven Yak. And the second wave was supposed to have Powdered Toast Man, Sven Hoek, and then 2 other versions of Ren and Stimpy. And that got canceled, so it never happened. Super 7 did some Ultimates Ren and Stimpy, but they only did Ren and Stimpy, and then they never did anything else. Finally, someone is doing Powdered Toast Man, and hats off to NECA for starting with Powdered Toast Man and not feeling like they have to do Ren and Stimpy again first. So this should scale just fine with the Palisades one, because like nothing in Ren and Stimpy is really to scale anyway. Like it's all just weird.
Yes.
So I am so looking forward to this. I don't know that I need 5 different heads, but they're all pretty funny looking. So
yeah.
Well, the fact that it comes with Muddy, I'm pretty psyched about that.
I was watching one of the interviews. They said they did the heads because he can't articulate, like his head can't articulate because of his toasty shape. So that's why they made them. So if you wanted him looking to the side or elsewhere. So I also think this was a one-off, right? I don't think they're going to do more in this line.
Other than Sven, I don't even know maybe Sven and George Liquor. They're like the only other ones I could think of that I'd theoretically want. It's not like there's a ton of Ren and Stimpy characters. It's really just like the same 4 or 5 just over and over and over again in different situations.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a day 1 purchase for me. As long as they come, I don't like extra hands, but he better come with a hand that can hold that powdered toast can, or I'm going to be annoyed.
Yeah, I hope so. Let's see. We'll see how that. But yeah, he looks great. I think all the expressions look great. Like I don't know which one you keep. They're so funny.
They're all excellent. I'm really looking forward to them. I hope they can get him in like the flying pose. Like that would be fun.
Good luck there.
And this is your last one, which by the way, like this is one of the few things that you had that's like photography from the show. Do you know who took this picture? Like, do you have a picture credit to throw out?
I wish I do. And
I'm sorry.
Sorry about this one. I stole it. I could not find like on any of the sites anybody covering this that didn't have a big like watermark over it. So thank you, unknown Instagram person, because this stole the show for me. I am absolutely floored and excited to get a quality Rocky figure from Project Hail Mary. I heard mention there's going to be multiple scales, and if they do a Grace figure, like I'm all in. Like just I actually just watched this again too today on the flight coming home. Utterly adore this movie. I've got 3D printed figures of Rocky, but yes, please and thank you for this one, Syndicate Collectibles. Most excited.
Yeah, I know we've talked about it a little bit, but like I thought it was a good movie. It was a good movie. It was a little long, but it was good. I do not understand why people like it so much. And that's okay. They can. And no one needs to defend that in any way, shape, or form. but it's one of those ones that I'm like, yeah, that was fine. I never need to watch that again.
Oh, no, I get it. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I've watched it countless times, all whatever 2.5 hours or that it is. I would love an extended cut of it.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, and I hope they do more. I am planning to get the book. I do need to finally go back and read the book because I want to read more about what we did not get in the movie.
I'm curious how big this thing is.
Yeah, I have no way to gauge. They just said multiple scales, but I mean, Rocky is not big. He's kind of like a small dog. So is this 1/6 scale potentially?
I don't know. All right, so we're going to wrap it up. We're going a little long tonight, but we're going to wrap it up with the exclusives, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives that we were looking at. Mm-hmm. So I have, I guess, technically 3, but, really 2. There were 2 show exclusives, Godzilla reaction figures, which were the glow-in-the-dark versions of Mechagodzilla 93 and Godzilla 84. Super 7 put those online on Tuesday, I think. So I got those. So
nice.
All's fine there. But the big one is the G.I. Joe Classified Fatal Fluffy. This is a monster that is in the Pyramid of Darkness miniseries, which is my favorite G.I. Joe cartoon. That was like what kind of launched the daily series, was like the 5-part Pyramid of Darkness miniseries. It was the 3rd miniseries that G.I. Joe did. I remember watching that so many times when I was a kid. It still holds up. I've rewatched it within the last 2 years and it's still awesome. The Fatal Fluffies are monsters that are brought up into outer space by the Dreadnoks to take over a G.I. Joe satellite. They start off as those like little cute guys, and then they turn into the big gnarly dudes. These are great. These are going on sale on Pulse on August 10th. A day early for premium Pulse members. My premium Pulse memberships expires 2 days before these stupid things go on sale. And I'm not getting another Pulse membership because the only reason I got one last year was because it made shipping the HasLab cheaper. Like it ended up something like $10 more than it would have been to not get it. So I just got it. But I'm not going to, there isn't a HasLab this year, so I'm not going to do it again. But if I miss this figure, I am going to be so perturbed. If I have to pay like $80 for this on eBay, I'm going to be so perturbed. I love this figure. This is so exciting to me.
Well, you said $80 on eBay. What's the asking price?
I think it's like $45 or something like that, or $50 maybe. I don't know.
All right. So 80 might be wishful thinking then, right? If people just,
I don't know, because like the San Diego, the Comic-Con exclusives from last year are still on Pulse. Like they're still hanging around. Like they lasted a while.
Hold that thought.
I'm hopeful that this isn't going to be a problem like that, but man, do I really, really want this stupid figure.
I get that. And again, hold on to that thought about the last year still being up on Pulse.
Yeah, I hope so. But like, this is something that people will army build. That's the problem.
Oh, will they?
Not, well, there's not one in the cartoon. There's like 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So yes, speaking of exclusives, I told you earlier how I wasn't sure if I wanted to go in on the Invincible line because I wanted to see more than what they were doing, and they showed it. They did good. They showed Alan the Alien, which is 100% what I wanted to see. Even when I was making my notes for the show, I had written down like, well, if they show Alan the Alien, I'm in. And then I think the next day they showed him. So I'm like, great, let's do it. Let me go ahead and grab the exclusive battle damaged Invincible that Jada was showing off for the show. Now, last year, Jada's, I think it was last year, or maybe the year before, they had exclusives that did not sell out. Like were available, like you were saying with Pulse, that were just available. I think they might still be available. So I never thought that getting this would be an issue. This actually sold out instantly. I came to find out, with Jada even saying they looked at numbers from previous exclusives and still underestimated the demand for this one. People were ordering off of some Australian website that had them. I got to that one a little too late, so I missed out from it there. I hemmed and hawed, and then one popped up for a price that I was willing to pay, but it was not the $40 that was the asking price. I'm happy that I got it. I was hoping it would have been here to show today, but I did not. But yeah, this was like a hot ticket item. A lot of people I know got denied at the booth trying to get one, and I think that just exacerbated the problem. So
yikes.
All right. Yeah, but I'm glad. So this was my only show exclusive that I wanted, and unfortunately I could not get directly, so I had to go through the eBays.
You had to go.
I had to go.
Well, that's the end of the slides. So again, I wasn't really anticipating a whole lot out of San Diego Comic-Con. Again, I'm really kind of weaning myself off a lot of the modern figures, except for a handful of things. Again, mostly classified and the Godzilla reaction. Those are the two lines that I'm really keeping up with more than anything else. But there was definitely stuff that was cool. You know, even if it's stuff that I don't necessarily want, there was definitely stuff that was cool. And again, that powdered toast man, that makes the whole show for me. The fact that I'm finally going to get, like, I have the Super 7 reaction powdered toast man, and don't get me wrong, he's cool. I like having a powdered toast man that fits in with Star Wars figures, for example. But I wanted one that fit in with my Ren and Stimpy figures.
Sure.
So I'm really, really psyched about that.
Yep. Is that your first NECA figure?
I think so, yeah.
Nice. Well, welcome to the fold.
So. Yeah.
Cool.
New Jersey's own, right?
New Jersey's own, yes.
Well, they got powder. You bring powdered toast man to the party, I'm coming to the party.
Awesome. Yeah, but I agree with you. There was a lot of exciting stuff out of that list that we showed off. You know, I was happy to see it, but only a small amount that I'm going to chase down. But good times, and I'll be curious to see, will we get any news at New York Comic-Con? Will we see some new stuff? Someone did tell me that NECA was holding a lot of their reveals for New York Comic-Con, so we'll find out in
Hopefully
October.
they show off Grimace without that articulation and get me a Mayor McCheese figure. I'll buy a modern Mayor McCheese figure. I'm okay with that.
Okay, let's see.
Although knowing them, they'll probably try to articulate his forehead or something like that.
His McCheese, his McCheese swivels.
We don't need that.
Cool. Well, good times.
Yeah. So we're not going to be on next week again. At best, we're going to be doing every other week for the summer. But we'll have to see. Alan is going to be busy next week.
I am, indeed.
And we'll see when the next show is. It may be in 2 weeks. It may not. We'll have to see. It's busy. There's busy things going on.
It's busy time. Yes,
we're
doing things.
But I hope everybody has themselves a pleasant Thursday. Is that what today is?
Thursday evening. It is Thursday. It's second Thursday, it feels like, but yes,
it's been a week, so I'm glad we got through the show relatively unscathed, aside from your light freaking out. Yeah, we'll see everybody next time when we see everybody.
All right, see you guys.
Perfectly excellent.